Oh yes! First challenge failed. We don't have any zlotys, so we can't get a trolley.
I think I've lost the plot. I have a real struggle saying no to cake. I'd be very careful what you're doing right now.
A hungry Nicola is a very, very hangry Nicola. I think someone on this channel is going to report you to the cruelty to husbands. Soothing cup of tea for the other half. Chicken!
Are we going the right... Oh, I think we're going... Actually, I didn't see how far it was. No, we're not going the right way.
Morning, folks. I can't believe places like this actually exist. We're only about 5 minutes, well, 15 minutes across the border from Lithuania. And we've pulled into what is marked on Park van Eyck as a free air, the little sort of green one. And it's fantastic. Obviously, lovely park up area, beautiful views of a lake, although quite misty this morning. You get free electricity, there's Wi-Fi, there's water, there's proper loos, there's a cooking area, little sink. You've got some bins here as well. Wow, and all for free. I can imagine this place would be extremely busy in the summer months. I mean, there's 3 of us here at the moment as it is, but free electricity as well. I'm actually going to lower my voice a little bit because there's a fisherman down here, so it actually looks like there's even is that a water slide? So we've left our little park up, needed some fuel. Oh yes! Full tank of fuel with 70 litres, £81. That's 40 quid cheaper than what we were paying in Norway. Oh, bingo, bango, cheap diesel bongo. Right, we've got about 3.5 hours driving to do. Bit of a miserly day, but I'm a happy man now. So because that's £40 that we can now spend on cake. Morning again, guys. So another little functional park up in one of these kind of community free airs. Again, I believe an EU funded project. I think Poland maybe has about 10 of these. This one does have loos and electricity again, all for free, but sadly things like that are starting to close down for the winter season. But that's okay, we just really wanted a functional park up. But beautiful spot actually, and again they've put it quite close to sort of little play area. Sort of it's more, I guess, more in a little sort of villagey bit, as you can see here. Last night there was quite a rowdy football match on somewhere close by, but that's in quieting down about 10 p.m. or so. And then you have access to this beautiful lake, kayaks, pedal boats. So Poland has been very kind to us so far in terms of park-ups. The weather yesterday, however, was an absolute disaster driving. Thankfully the roads were pretty quiet. It was a Sunday. It has certainly rained pretty heavily over the last couple of days, which is a little bit concerning. Nicola wants to go visit Malbork Castle, which apparently is the largest castle in the world. Don't quote me on that, that's her information. And I think the place we're going to be camping or parked up is on grass, so fingers crossed. We've said this a couple of times, I think, especially as we've come into Finland and in the Baltics and now in Poland. You know, coming to Poland was a little bit of an afterthought because we thought we were going to just get the boat from Lithuania over to Germany. Now that we've come into Poland, you park out a little area like this and you see what's around and you think to yourself, you know what? Poland might be a great place to spend 3 or 4 weeks, especially from the cost perspective. We're actually going to be going shopping today, so it'll be quite good. We haven't been in a grocery store yet in Poland, so interested to see. Actually, speaking of which, we need to go get some zloty. We have about an hour and a half's drive later on this morning to do to get us into Malbork, where I think the weather over the next couple of days is supposed to be a-okay. So it'll be nice to actually get outside of the van. Breakfast is on. We both have a couple of hours work to do, and then we shall mosey on. Right, time to go see how much shopping is in Poland. Now this is going to be yin and yang as always, because even though it's going to be nice and cheap in there, this is the first time Nicola is shopping in a Polish supermarket, which means we have all of the carnage that ensues with butter, yogurt, bread. First challenge failed. We don't have any zlotys, so we can't get a trolley.
I think I've lost the plot. I actually feel hysterical. I'm either going to cry or explode. There's so much butter, I can't choose. Stressful.
Well, definitely cheaper in Poland, that's for sure. So that was about 27 quid. I've only got maybe 2 main meals out of that and several lunches and other bits and pieces. We did stock up on a few bits and pieces, so yeah, really good. But I think, Nick, someone would like to explain her grumpiness.
Why I was on the verge of hysteria. Combination of things. I'd needed the loo before we left where we'd parked up, and the woman was there cleaning the toilets, and then she just locked them up, so I couldn't go to the loo. Get here, they're cleaning the toilets. So I was like, okay, deep breath. Couldn't get a trolley, have no coins. And then went to get cash out because we're going to need it for the campsite, and it wanted to charge me 14% on top. Not having that. Plus I'm starving hungry. I wanted to buy all the cakes, but I'm trying to be good and not eat cake in the week. He's not helping the matter. He's really not. And the cakes, by the way, in there looked incredible. They looked like these sticky donutty things. I should have just bought one. I don't know why I'm denying myself. It's one of my few little pleasures is food. I'd be very careful what you're doing right now. Come on, I'm gonna get to campsite so I can eat. I'm starving.
So guys, we are all parked up facing Malbork Castle, and we are the only ones in the whole campsite. Yeah, we're staying at a campsite tonight because, say, Nicola wanted to visit the castle, and this was literally right across the way from it. So I think it was 90 zloty for the both of us, including full services. What was that, 16 quid or so? Not too bad at all. Nicola, however, has taken herself off into town. Obviously, we need cash. They only accept cash here, and so she's on the lookout for a bank. But secretly, I think she's off to let off a little bit of steam. Soothing cup of tea for the other half. We shall enjoy this campsite all to ourselves. So Nicola should be joining me momentarily. She's just been out for a run. But I thought I'd come over. It's sunsets in about half an hour, so I thought I'd come over and capture the castle. It looks absolutely beautiful. Nicola's going to go in and visit this tomorrow. Something tells me, she was saying about the fact she was only going to be a couple of hours in there, but looking at the size of it, I think she's going to be longer than that. Look who's joined us. And as I said earlier, do you think she'll be able to do this castle complex in 2 hours?
Well, it'll be a quick walk, I think. Apparently it's 10k walking, which I've just done running.
There you go. So do it in an hour.
It's going to be actually quite a quick walk then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And we do have to get moving tomorrow as well.
No, I'll be here for when the doors open.
Banging on the doors, let me in. It looks massive though.
It does. I know they say it's the world's biggest castle, but I wasn't prepared for it to be quite this big. I think it's made up of lots of different buildings spread out over quite a big area.
Well, I think you should just keep your running gear on for tomorrow morning then.
I think I might have seen a couple of the buildings earlier when I walked into town to get some money out, so I may be able to skip a couple of little bits.
Right, well next up, you know how much you love it, a little bit of a Nicola TV and all the factual stuff that brings.
I'm hoping there's no candles because I'll be wearing my new coat.
Don't text me if there is. That was a long bit of driving. Yeah, so we're still making our way through Poland. Time to do a little bit of shopping, we think. Pack up on the supplies, keep this one happy. Yeah, it's been pretty gnarly weather over the last couple of days actually. All looks better when you've got a big cake in your mouth. Hard to make Nicola hangry. Oh,
that wasn't the best.
I spot a KFC, mind you. Yeah, go into a shop and not bring out any treats.
No lunch even.
It's not open yet.
But he's saying no treats, there's not even any lunch, so I've literally got no food. So no, I'm not happy.
Guys, I am going to have to get her fed though, because we still have an hour's worth of driving to do and she will not be happy. She needs fed. You must know by now that a hungry Nicola is a very hangry Nicola. And then I suggest just have a jam sandwich, and I almost wore the jam sandwich. The angry bird's in there somewhere. She's having to have peanut butter.
I'm so angry I can't even speak.
Another morning, another random in-transit park-up. Still in Poland. Last day in Poland, in fact last morning in Poland. Probably about an hour and a half to the border with Germany. Nice little spot though. I think it is actually an official sort of camper stopover. You've got kind of access to play parks and all of that jive. Random dogs mooching about. Nicola staring pensively into the distance. Can you see that? But yeah, another big driving day ahead of us today. About 5 hours or so. I really want to kind of get most of the driving done in the next couple of days, leaving us Sunday and Monday a bit more chillaxed before we get back into the UK. But always good to find, I'm sure people with vans can relate to this, always good when you've got big driving days to know that you've got a park up that kind of works, especially because we're arriving just as it's starting to get sort of dusk. I don't really want to be driving around in the dark looking for random park ups. So yeah, this was very good. Looks like they do have electric hookups, as quite a lot of these sort of free places have been, but they're shut off during the winter months. Anyway, thankfully it didn't rain anymore. Ground seems quite solid, so hopefully it won't be an issue getting out.
Maybe go up a less steep bit. I just didn't want to worry about that.
I just didn't want to have to go up. Getting our last refill in on the Polish side before fuel prices slowly creep back up again. Well guys, another day, another country I think, and another fabulous little functional park up. Random town in Germany somewhere. Free electricity, free water. Happy days. But we're actually off now to do a very quick park run, well maybe not a very quick one, but do a park run before another big long driving day. But we thought we'd actually treat ourselves this morning to a park run, I think in Wolfsburg, so let's get going. Oh yeah, and she is still here. Wonder she's not going. Yeah, there you go, she needs fed. Right, we have made it to the Wolfsburg park run. Head down to park run, do park run back to the van, and then we have about a 4.5 hour drive to the German border. So, oh, I see a runner going that way, so let's follow him. Appears to be someone dressed up as a big chicken. They obviously know that we like chicken. So I think we've actually stumbled across their 100th park run. Spot the chicken. I reckon that means free cake. Ooh. They fed us! We stumbled across a park run with free cake. Right, that has put us behind a little bit.
It has.
Time to get driving. Well guys, welcome to Holland. And actually, we're as surprised as you are. Because I honestly thought the park up was still in Germany. But it looks like it literally is just across the border in Holland, which is actually quite surprising because Holland is notorious for not having many camper van spots, especially with full services. But that's what we kind of have here, which is quite good. But to say I am absolutely pooped is an understatement.
You've done really well today.
Several days of long drives.
2 5-hour drive days, I think you've done.
The weather's been pretty gnarly as well at times. So we're heading into the little village or town or whatever the heck it is to see whether we can get me a coffee.
And he's letting me direct us. I haven't got a clue where I'm going.
So we'll probably end up back in Germany.
I better get my map out, actually.
Oh, I thought we'd left that behind in...
Oh, we're going the right... Oh, I think we're going... Actually, I didn't see how far it was. No, we're not going the right way. I think the town might be over there.
Oh, really?
It might be that way.
Might see you in the coffee shop. We appear to have stumbled across the most happening town in Holland.
Looks like there might be some like medieval houses and things. It's really nice.
Yes, this is obviously just clearing up from the market here, and all of the bars and restaurants are all quite busy. Really nice.
Wish we had longer.
Oh, and by the way, we're in Sittard. In case we didn't say that. So. Oh, and people are eating fried food. People.
It's really lovely with the church.
Food. It's really beautiful. I love this. I love this about travel, when you just happen across a completely random little town, and it's actually pretty cool. Sittard. Who knew, eh? Who knew? Well guys, another day and another country, and in fact things just got very confused yesterday because we thought we were parking up in Germany and we ended up parking up in Holland, as you saw, and then we thought we were going to be driving through Holland for a little while, and before you knew it we were in Belgium, and that's where we are now, in Bruges. In fact, we thought we would finish things off with a visit to one of our favourite cities. It's a Sunday, most things are probably going to be closed, but we just thought we'd bring ourselves in anyway. I'm not sure how much footage will come from here. So,
no, because we have been quite a few times.
And it's obviously very rainy, whatever. But yeah, making our way slowly back to the UK.
And of course, you can't beat Belgian beer. And we're in Belgium and we're going to drink beer, so it's all good.
Somebody wants to eat all the sweet stuff. Tell you what, it's also very busy. Currently recording this on the 30th of October. Really, really busy.
No, it's the 29th.
Oh look, we haven't had a correction in a while. Well guys, it's been 5 months, but it's time to head back to the UK. So after we left Bruges, we just had a pretty chilled out kind of day or so mooching along towards a park up in France. And then this morning, almost as if it was reflecting our mood, the light started out pretty nice, and as we got closer to the sort of Eurotunnel, the mood turned back to the UK. Can't believe it's been 5 months on the road. Someone's quieter than normal.
Yeah, just trying to get my head around it really. I don't do very well when I'm back home. Combination of things. Find it hard to leave again because I miss people. And also seem much more anxious back at home for some reason. Don't know why. Maybe I just put things to the side when we're travelling a bit more.
Just blasé blah.
I think you have to a degree, so.
And actually, and we'll speak about this in an upcoming video, but we've spent the last, well, for us, just over a month, mostly in towns and cities. And as nice as that has been in parts, and some of the cities, especially places like Tallinn and stuff, have been beautiful, compared to the first part of this trip when we were doing the hiking and out in nature, undone a little bit of the good work that Mother Nature did, so something to be addressed.
Yeah, you end up eating a bit more rubbish, drinking too much. And we definitely started getting a bit more tetchy with each other when we spend a lot of time in cities and things.
I think you said when we spend a lot of time together.
Well, that as well. I think 5 months in, it's probably a good time to have a little bit more space each, don't you think?
Maybe. Wonder what that means.
Contentious. I bet most people would admit the same.
Yeah.
It's hard being together 24/7.
It is.
It is.
Right, well, we are in the queue for the Eurotunnel. We've then got a couple of hours drive up to Nicola's mum's where we'll be hunkered down for a little bit.
We did get searched this time. First time being searched in the van.
We did.
Although how they thought anybody could fit in with the amount of stuff we've got.
There's no room for stowaways in this van. In fact, I would maybe swap a stowaway for some of her clothes. Right, well, once again, thanks a lot for following along, and thanks a lot for those of you out there who have followed along the whole sort of 5 months of this trip, as well as the previous 2 months in Spain and Portugal.
It seems awful because we do really want to see people, but there's just something nice about just being free to go where you want, when you want.
Right, guys, well, once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, wherever that may be, take care. Au revoir. Oh, and yeah.
A bientôt.
She made me do it.
I didn't even notice.
What a loving wife I have. See you later.
Sometimes.
Bye.